Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this, the first edition of Asian Trains and Railways, not Thailand Trains and Railways. I'm actually in Singapore, hence why I'm sweating a bit, because it's very humid here. It's always humid in Singapore. And I've come here last night actually to see a concert, and I thought instead of just flying back to Thailand, let's do something a bit crazy. Let's take a train all the way back from Singapore back to Bangkok in Thailand. And this behind me, if you can just see it, it's sort of cordoned off because I think they're doing some work on it, some renovations, is or was a railway station. And as you can see, there's railway lines here. But unfortunately, you can't take any trains from here. The line between a station further south of here, which was the terminus right in the city, this railway line used to run all the way up to a place called Woodlands, which is where you then cross over into Malaysia and then carry on your journey. But this line closed back in 2011. But I'll show you, this is the one of the existing stations along the line. It's called Bukit Timah, and I'll show you what I can of the station. Plus there's a cafe now that once was the a house for the railway workers. So I'll show you around the site here, and I'll also tell you a little bit of history about this line, and also my plans for my journey all the way to Bangkok, because it's going to take me 2 days. It's going to involve an overnight stop at a place called Gemas in Malaysia. I think that's how you pronounce it. It might be called Gemas. And then I'll go over the border between Malaysia and Thailand, and then take an overnight train from Hat Yai to Bangkok. So I'll explain and show you a map and details of my 2-day journey. So for now, let's have a look around here, and I'll show you a bit about the history. Well, I'll tell you a bit about the history of the line. So as I said, the station and the line closed back in 2011. But it was once known as the North-South line that ran between a terminus station called Tanjong Pagar in downtown Singapore, past here and onto the current Woodlands Train Checkpoint Station, where today you can still take a shuttle train over the border into Malaysia. Now, the station here was built back in 1932, and since its closure has been conserved and renovated, with the old railway line turned into what's called the Rail Corridor, a 24-kilometre long walking and cycling greenway. Not only was the station here on the main passenger line, but it also served as the terminus for a freight line called the Jurong Line that was built in 1965 and ran 19 kilometres from here to Jurong Industrial Estate near Jurong Port. However, this line closed back in the 1990s. You can still see sections of this line along with tunnels and bridges, but I don't believe that it's possible to walk along any of it today. Okay, so as you can see, they've preserved this section of the line, and as I said on the voiceover, the whole of the former railway line is now a walking and cycle greenway, I think they call it. And as you can see, it's a very popular destination for people to cycle and walk around, and also do some exercises like these two ladies are here. So I can peer over the fence here. I'm tall enough. There's a lovely old map on the wall here. And just to the north of this former station, you can see the platform here and the railway line just down there. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a few hundred metres down there. That's a steel truss bridge. bus number 170, as there's no train up to Woodlands, and this will take me all the way up to the border, to the station at the border, so I can go over the bridge into Malaysia. Okay, so we've reached Woodlands Train Checkpoint, and this is where we take the train across the border into Malaysia, and it only takes about 5 minutes. I've already been booked on a particular train, but I'm going to see if I can get an earlier one, because there's one, as you can see on the screen, there's one already here, so we'll see what happens. Okay, so I just tried to get on the earlier train, but denied, so I have to wait for my train, and I have to wait about an hour before boarding even starts. Okay, so I made it to our first train of the trip. Took a little while, but that's my own fault because I booked a later train. Anyway, this is the train that goes over the border. This only takes 5 minutes to JB Central. So as we're waiting to depart, I'll just say that when you book the ticket online for this train, you obviously enter your passport number, and your passport number is then linked to the train ticket. So when you're queuing up to be allowed onto the train, before you go through immigration checks, they scan your passport and it looks for your passport number and then cross-references your train ticket, and then you're allowed on the train. So, train number 1. And we're leaving Woodlands, we're leaving Singapore on our way to JB Central. Okay, we have arrived at JB Central. Let's get off the train. Back in the heat again. Okay, so my next train to Gemas is train number 44, which leaves at 14:40. It's saying 43 minutes. So I need to change some money, because all I've got on me is Thai money and Singapore money, and I need some Malaysian ringgit. That's it. For my hotel tonight in Gemas. But this is the station, very, very impressive station, very big. This is JB Central. I think this was built in 2010. So I'm just gonna see if there's any money changes and get some Malaysian money. And here's a money exchange place. This is the place that I had written down that's very good. So this is where I changed both my Singapore dollars and some Thai currency as well. And this is the front of JB Central. Not you can see very much. So this is very high. Okay, so this is the next train. This is the one to Gemas, and this will take me to my overnight stop in Gemas. I think it takes roughly 4.5–5 hours. I've literally only got a few minutes before it goes, so I better get on. Okay, so managed to get a seat looking forwards. What you notice with Malaysian trains is half of the seats face in one direction and half face the other direction. And we're just about to go. This is Gemas. We're actually about 20 minutes early, believe it or not. Okay, and it's time to get off the train. That's the button. Hear me above the loco. That guy's just walking off in front of me, just came over and pointed to the new you can see these new electric cables Next year they'll be running, and he said it'll be a lot quieter than these noisy diesel. They're really noisy. I think they're more louder than Thai trains. So yeah. Very loud. They look pretty old as well. Yeah, so this is the station. So tomorrow morning I'm back here again. I think it's 8:15. You can make out the clock there. It's 5 to 7, and we were due in at 7:05. So yeah, we're about 15 to 20 minutes early. So now I've got to find a hotel. So they've got something here about railway tourism at Gemas. Because it's here where the what they call the jungle railway branches off. If I'll just show you on the map. Where are we on the map? Oh, this map here. There we are. No. So we're here at Gemas, and then you can see here it branches off and carries on up to a place called Thep, and you used to be able to take a train over the border into Thailand from the town that's just south of Thep called Bahru, but instead you can't. You have to take some kind of public transport. But tomorrow I shall be taking another train from Gemas that goes through KL and Ipoh all the way up to Padang Besar into Thailand. Okay, so as the light's fading, because it's nearly 7 o'clock here, let's go find a hotel. I've got one in mind. It's not that far from here. It's called the Tropicana. So if we can see what it's like, let's see if it's got a club there, you know, Club Tropicana. Little joking. Anyway, it's a walk down here. It's not that far from the station. Okay, so I found the hotel, the Tropicana. Doesn't look like it's got a club there. It's got a cafe, so Cafe Tropicana, not Club Tropicana. But anyway, that's it for day one, and I'll see you in day two. Good night from Gemas. Hello, good morning, and welcome to day two of my trip via train from Singapore to Bangkok. I'm actually in the town of Gemas in Malaysia. Stayed here overnight after coming over the border from Singapore into Malaysia at Woodlands, and then got the train up here from JB Central to Gemas. And today I'll be taking, I've just seen it over there, a rather new posh looking express train all the way up to the Thai border at a place called Padang Besar, and from there I'll carry on to Yai for an overnight train to Bangkok. But I'm here actually inside the old station in Gemas, in the museum. They turned it into a museum, and it was closed when I got here last night, but I'm able to walk in, and as you can see behind me, like just go like that, they've got an old loco here and a few old wagons, so we'll just quickly take a look around that before I head to the station and catch the train. So yeah, in the morning they've got a little restaurant in one end of the old station here, and it's open to catch the people before they board the train. So they've opened the whole station up here with old wagons. An old car. And this must be the offices for the station master and staff back in the day. It actually says Gemas 1906. I think that's the old branch line that went up, that goes up to a place called Tompat, right up in the north near the border with Malaysia. I'll be taking a different branch today that goes through places like KL and Ipoh. But yeah, they've done a good job here. Okay, so here's the express train up to Padang Besar. It's train number 9420. This is the third train of the trip. Nice new express, city express train. So yeah, very nice train. A bit different from the one yesterday. Although that was fine, that train. It's really humid outside. We've got destination board here. Swing around. That's the rest of the carriage. And we're off towards Thailand. There's the old station, we just looked around. So you can see here a map of the stations that we're calling up. And our speed. It's a bit quicker than Thai trains. So we're about halfway through the trip and it's lunchtime, so just down the bottom of the next carriage I think you can see they've got a restaurant car, so I'm just going to see what they've got to eat. So they've got a few dishes of rice and noodles, 11 ringgits for the noodles, which is just under 100 baht, and then she just warms it up in the microwave. So we're just coming into Padang Besar on the border between Malaysia and Thailand. As you can see, all these cargo containers, shipping containers. It's been a long trip, 8 hours today on this train. So that's the train I've just come off of. We've got all these shipping containers. And down there, because I recognise it, that's a Thai train down there. Okay, it's a little confusing when you get off the train, but basically you have to go upstairs and then you follow the signs for tickets, ticket counter. And because I'm going into Thailand, catching a train from here to Hat Yai, you need the counter with all the Thai flags on it. And I've just bought a ticket. I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so we're all through Thai and Malaysian immigration. It took a little bit of time, but Malaysian side of things had to unlock a gate before we could go in and go through. I don't really know why it wasn't unlocked when we first arrived, but there you are. So this is the shuttle train that goes to Hat Yai. This is train number 950, and it's normally late, but I'm hoping it's not going to be too late for me, otherwise I'm going to miss my overnight sleeper train to Bangkok later. But anyway, this is the train. Very basic, as you can see. I mean, it's too basic really compared to the train I've just come on. So it's now 4:15 Thai time. My train leaves Hat Yai at 5:45, and this is supposed to take 3/4 of an hour, so I'm hoping it should leave fairly soon. Yeah, so we arrived on AC Luxury from Malaysia, and we're leaving the border on this. It's not a great first impression to Thailand. Okay, so we just left Padang Besar a bit late. It's now 4:34, so I'm hoping we can get into Hat Yai at about 5:15, which then leaves me half an hour to get the other train. And this is the border. We've just crossed over the border there. That's it. So we're now in Thailand. I think we only stop a couple of times. This is the first stop, literally just on the other side of the border, and this is Padang Besar, Thailand station. A little bit smaller, a bit cute. We do have some passengers. And this is the second station, and it's just beginning to rain. We've held off for nearly 2 days. As soon as we come into Thailand, it's just spitting with rain. But a bit of a contrast again to the stations that we've just gone through in Malaysia. But there you are. I quite like these old stations, I have to admit. If you like to watch videos, there's 3 videos I've made all about northern Thailand's prettiest stations. If you go to the Thai Trains and Railways playlist, you'll see them in there. But they're very, very pretty, with lovely flowers and pot plants and lovely wooden old buildings. Just coming into Hat Yai. I think, no, that's not my train. At least, oh, it might be actually. I think that's my next train. Time to get off. It's normally this is the other thing that's different compared to Malaysia. It's getting off the train. Steps, no lifts, like I had at Gemas this morning. Okay, let's see if this is train 32. Yes, it is. So this is my train, the next train. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is just wander outside and see if I can get some food. And this is the outside of Yai Station. I have to be very quick. I've got about 25 minutes. So this lady has got the famous Hat Yai chicken. Hat Yai guy.
Go to Hat Yai, Hat Yai.
Guy Hat Yai or Hat Yai guy?
Hat Yai. Hat Yai.
Alloy Matt?
Alloy mak-mak.
Alloy Matt. Oh good. Yeah, very tasty she's saying. So I thought I'll have a bit and I'm going to get some food on the train as well. So we'll try it. First time for me. So. Very good, very good. Yeah. Okay, the lovely carriage attendant just showed me the toilets and took my bag, showed me to my room, my compartment, and we're just leaving now with the sunset. And I'll show you around my first class compartment in a second. And I've got it all to myself at the moment, and I think there's somebody else coming. Maybe he said Surat Thani, so I've got it by myself for a little while yet. Okay, so I'm going to show you my compartment. This is the the corridor with windows and curtains, very narrow. And then that's my berth down there. I've got the lower berth. And then we've got a sink here with soap. And we've got a cabinet here. I'll just open this up. We've got some water and some glasses. And then we've got entrance into the compartment next door, but that's all closed off. And then we've got a little table where you can put your chairs, put your cups. And then I've already opened my towel because I was a bit hot. And we've got some pillows. And I think they come round at some stage and make the bed and put the pillows, put the pillowcases on the pillows, make the bed up with sheets and blankets. And then these are my light switches and controls. And I can call the attendant, I think, on one of those buttons, I'm not too sure. And then I've got my own socket and light. And then we've got a map on the wall here. Let's see if I can get this into English. Oh, it's in English now. But he's saying that the destination time on the screen is incorrect. We're due in at I think it's 8:10 tomorrow morning, I think he said. Something like that. So I'm just going to show you the toilets. We've got our own toilets in first class. Just a button. So this is a urinal. I'm sure there's nobody in there. Yeah. I've just used it. There's the urinal. A sink. We've even got a shower here. Yeah, I've got some shampoo as well. There's the shower, so it's an electric shower. And then we've got two sit-down toilets here. Oh, and then we've got the loco. We're right at the front of the train, that's the loco. So this is the sit-down toilet. No squat toilets here. It's empty. Nice clean with toilet paper, a bum gun that's called, little hose to wash your bits in the toilet. And then we've got a sink. Yeah, we've got a sink and shampoo and towels, soap and towels. So very good. So the cabin attendant has made up my bed as well as the one above. Get blankets. And I'm going to turn in for the night. And I'll see you in the morning. Well, good morning, and as you can see, I'm still on the train. We're just about to come into Krung Thep Aphiwat Station, the big new station in Bangkok, and we're arriving on time as well, which is really, really good. I actually had quite a bit of sleep last night. The other passenger in my compartment arrived from Chumpon at about 1 o'clock, so I had to open the door, let him in because I had it locked. But yeah, when we get to the station in Bangkok, I'll show you around a little bit. But this is near the end of the video because we're in Bangkok. So see you on the other side. Thank you. Oh, sorry, on his foot over. That's the carriage attendant I was talking about last night. And here we are. It's a very, very impressive station. I mean, it's so big, it's ridiculous. It's almost like it's an airport terminal than a railway station. And this is the loco that's hauled us all the way from Hat Yai overnight. Okay, so that's the end of the video. We have arrived in Bangkok after coming all the way from Singapore on 5 trains over 2 nights, just over 2 days to get here. As you can see, I need to shave and a bit of a sleep and some food and some coffee to wake myself up. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, then why not subscribe to my channel? Give us a like down below as well as a comment. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.